make things look a little better than they are. And then let's grab a little bit. Oh, no, I need to clean my brush a moment. And having done that, I'm coming in with a mix now of mostly titanium white and the cadmium yellow deep. So I'm using this to put a few highlights on the top edge of the horns here. And now that I've done that, I'm realizing that that same color could work really nicely on parts of the fleece. I'll put a little bit on top of the ear here and here as well. And just a few little bursts of warmth, I think. Are going to help make the highlights and the colours in the fleece pop a little better than they currently are. And I can also use this. So, for example, I kind of feel these little blocks of white are perhaps a little too thick and featureless. So you can sort of go back into a highlight you painted earlier and, you know, just break it up a little bit, add a little variety to proceedings. So the highlight on the rear end of this little lamb is warmer than the highlight across the back. So it's good to include that. And then I can put a little thin line of warm highlight along the edge of the back highlight. I'll put a little bit there on the back of the head as well. And I certainly need to brighten up some of these highlights with a second application of the titanium white in a bit. And I think I'll put some on the ear. So as I say, I quite like the introduction of the warmth into the colours I've got going. So I've mixed up a similar kind of combo of colours, but I've used more of the alizarin crimson. Actually, that's not true at all. Sorry, what I did was I took some of the cadmium yellow deep and a little bit of the alizarin crimson. I forgot that I hadn't used the crimson in the previous mix. So let's put just a little bit of that there. A little touch on the ear. And then we'll move back across to the left-hand side of the painting. And again, you know, don't want to go too crazy here, but just adding in some little bits of this warm color. I'll put a little bit in for the eye there as well. I'll come back in and work into the detail of that in a bit. And then what I'll do next is take this same color and put a little bit of the blue in. Maybe a touch more. And we'll run some of that along this horn. That's not dark enough, actually. Let's get a bit more blue in there. and then go back into the tinting white and lighten things up a little bit again. And just begin to remove some of that blue that I had for the mouth area. It's just a little too blue, and also along the top of the head here as well. So it is dark, but the pure blue is perhaps a bit too much, I now realize.